So the song is called "You'll Find Yourself," and it's one of my newer songs. Um, it's off my album that's about to come out called Gemini, and I just want to go through the project file here and just yeah, I don't know. I feel like sharing, so yeah. I start off with this key on Serum. And I have a bunch of effects on it, just like distortion, EQ, and portal, which I use a lot throughout this track and on other tracks in my album. It's a recurring thing. So yeah, I just have this key preset. I have portal. This is without portal. Just kind of adds like a granular feel to it. Then of course reverb and delay. This is like the main, I guess like main melody of the track when it comes to like the synths. Then I have this like little like pad thing that I chop. I added this shaper box. I'm not too sure what it does, but I guess it just makes it sound more like choppy. Then I have this filter that's just sweeping in and out throughout the song. This vocal thing right here, just like a vocal chop that I just repeated throughout the song. Then I have this right here. This is actually from a song that I produced with my friend Backyard Ghost called Hit Me When You're Done. I'll put it up on the screen. But basically I just like made this loop inside that song, and then I just bounced it and I sampled myself again, and yeah. As portal again for the granular stuff. Then I have Rapid here, which is like this crazy synth that I love using. Yeah, it's really cool, but I'm just using this for like a bass. Just like saturating it. And I have Omnisphere, which is just like doing this like very distorted pad. And when you put it all together, this is how the melody stack sounds. Oh, I forgot about this vocal chop. Oftentimes I'll like just like record random like vocal lines and then like chop them up. Yeah, I have like a bunch of these. Then what I do is I just like throw them on the project that I'm working on and chop it some more, add some like shaper box to it. So it kind of like just like changes everything up. Nothing's like ever like the same in terms of reusing samples. It's always like different, but yeah, that's the whole melody stack. I feel like once you get like the melody stack down for like a verse and then like a hook or a drop. That's pretty much like the whole song, and you just like build it around that. You could build drums around it, you could build like vocals around it, and yeah. So that was the intro and the verse basically. So yeah, it kind of like just like builds up into the hook, which you'll hear this section right here. Hook or drop, whatever you want to call it. Oh, sorry, not this section, just this section right here. And I have this like little fill here with like just like Foley. Then I have like a little hat fill. So it still has all the melodies that we talked about, but it just goes into the drums right here. And for drums, I just have like this hat loop that or this hat pattern that I made. I have like a bit of reverb on it as well. Then this hat loop that I just threw in there just to like supplement it. These open hats, more like supplemental hats. This open hat as well. And then yeah, I stacked a lot of hats here. I like to do that sometimes. Honestly, like if I'm just like feeling lazy and I just want to like make something that sounds good quickly. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does, but for this instance it did work. Kind of like just filled out the space of the track. And of course I have the crash. Then I have the 808. Just like a normal spins 808, and then I had like a reverse on the playhead right here, so if it reaches like past 1 second and 40 of playtime, then it just starts to reverse. That's why it sounds like it's like reversing into the next hit whenever like the long hits start. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not really good at explaining, but yeah. And I just have like this snare stack right here. I think, yeah, just a Ronnie J kick. Nothing too crazy. I'm just sidechaining everything in the project to these two things, the kick and then the second snare, since the second snare is more dry. But yeah, I throw everything in like this big sidechain group, basically everything that is everything that's like not the main thing that's gonna be triggering the sidechain, all the instruments and drums and whatever. I just throw it in this one big sidechain group. You could like hear the sidechain and see the sidechain going on here. Then we got the verse right here. Basically it's like the same thing going on as the intro verse, but this time with the drums and no bass.
When I talk to myself, convinced I don't need help, I'll walk this path alone. When I know, oh no, can you see that?
as the verse progresses, then we have like a little change, which is in the progression, the bass line. Instead of following what we had here, which was ascending, going up, this is kind of like descending now, so it's a different vibe.
Can you see that my hands are numb? Give me a chance, I won't be long. You gave me something to believe.
Then we have like the build-up pre-chorus thing here, where I just take off like the kick and the clap, and I just build up into the second drop or chorus. I also have this clap here that I didn't show before, but it's just a Ronnie J clap. Yeah, Ronnie J clap. I have this like snare fill, snare and hat fill. I kind of like forgot to go over the effects that I use, but they're just like basic like sweeps and stuff. Yeah. It's just basic like white noise, and like downlifters, uplifters. Just like putting them in the right places, like here. Yeah, I wanted this second drop to come in a bit harder, so I kind of for like one bar I just didn't have the snare, and I just kind of like stripped it back a bit, but then when it comes in on the the third bar of the drop, then that's when it's kind of like it just hits a bit harder, especially with these effects here. Yeah, like I have the chorus, like it goes into like some sort of like refrain, which I'm just like taking from the intro, that vocal. Yeah, this whole section, I'm just like using these like phrases and refrains from the other verses, and just kind of creating like a bit of like an outro vibe, because the song is pretty much done at this point. Yeah, see, I'm just like combining like a bunch of different phrases and vocals from the previous sections. I'm really bad at explaining. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's like the majority of the song, and then we go to like the outro, which is like probably my favorite part of the song. Yeah. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I just have this like contact piano, this felt piano, I'm doing some compression and EQ, more EQ. I think I have a gate for like, I don't know what that gate is for, but got some reverb, and I have the crystallizer here, which I think the mix is like barely, yeah, it's like on 3%, but the thing that's getting automated is this regen knob, which kind of messes with like the amount of like granules in the sound. If I like have it at a longer or like at a higher value, it's definitely more dramatic at a higher value. So I just like did this slope down and up throughout this progression, and then I have this like this cool little like accentuated hit right here. I don't know, I thought that was cool. But yeah, I like this this outro because it just kind of closes everything nicely and really like ties the song in like a little bow. That's how I like view it. The master, let's see the master, I just have ozone. I turned it off though because I didn't want this session to like lag while I was recording, but I have like ozone. It's just doing like some small touches. I believe it's doing like some EQ and some spectral stuff on the low stereo field. Yeah, the low sides. Yeah, some side EQ, some dynamic EQ right here, like 1 dB of reduction. It's like barely touching it at all. Then I just have like this like imager. I have this soothe preset called Serious Low Mid Cleanup. There's a lot of good presets here actually for mastering if you just want like a small touch of just like cleaning up your mix. Flick through these presets and see what sounds the best, but I like this Serious Low Mid Cleanup one. Then I have like this like 6-band multi-band thing. These are my main 2 compressors that I use. Yeah, as you could see, they're not really compressing much, honestly. I'm just using them as like makeup gain. This one has 13 dB of makeup gain. Then I have this air knob that I like to use as well to give it some high end. This Cytomic, the glue is very nice too. It has like really like nice sound if you just want to like turn up some stuff. I just used it to give the song some more gain. I have the Slate Digital Revival module, which just basically, it's like a 2-knob thing. You could give it some more low end and some more high end, so I just gave it a little bit of both. I like this tool a lot. This is free as well. Next we have just the Pro L2 on transparent, which is my favorite style because it's really like, it's just forgiving and it sounds clean. You get pretty like loud with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll have 2 limiters if I like need to get louder, but I don't think I'm getting too loud here. I'm probably hitting like -6.5. Yeah. I just use Span and Insight as my 2 metering tools. They're perfect. Don't need anything else really. I have the vocals here, which were done in a completely different project because the CPU wouldn't be able to handle all the plugins and processing that I would throw at it. But I have like a bunch of different bounces, like just tried different like mix versions, and I settled on this one. But I'll go back to the project and show just how I did the vocals. So yeah, be right back. So here we are. I found the project, and yeah, I'm gonna go through it. So what I did was I just took a bounce of the beat unmastered, just dragged it in here, and on the master here for like my vocal sessions, I just like to put like a slight bit of like compression on everything so it kind of sounds like semi-coherent, and I'm kind of getting like an idea of like how the final product will sound. But in terms of my vocal chain, I'm still trying to figure out stuff, you know. Yeah, a main chain that I'm using right now just consists of Crispy Tuner, which is my auto tune, and then a bunch of EQ. Yeah, Pro Q3. I have this EQ73, using it as a mic pre. This VC2A I like as just like my main vocal compressor. I have a bunch of different stuff that's not activated here, like Fresh Air and Pro DS. I like the Bitwig de-esser a lot. It's really good. It's nice. Some more Pro Q3. Some OTT just at 13%. More Pro Q. Since I'm not in like a professional like studio, or like I don't have like a treated room, I need to be doing all these like EQ cuts just to like eliminate lots of like the bad resonances and just like all like the unwanted frequencies that come through in my mic. But it's fine. It's just part of my process right now. Then I have this compressor bank that's doing a bit more compression. It's not giving it any output gain though, so I think it's just leveling out everything. I have Decapitator and Saturn just for like a lo-fi distorted feel on the vocals, and some more EQ, just like taming some stuff. Pretty sure there was like some harsh high end in there, and reverb and delay, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, for my harmonies, I tend to have it more like distorted and just more like a bit more like ambient and spacey compared to the main vocal, which is already kind of like spacey and ambient, but that's the vibe that I'm going for, and that's what I like. I showed my vocal chain and everything. Of course, like, I'm not a good singer, and like autotune is really carrying this track, but you know, I'm trying my best. Just pretty much like this chain that I rely on to get my vocal to sound good. And like also I have this right here, this this is like my favorite like vocal effect, but it's just putting like an amp on your vocals, and the amp that I'm using is a Guitar Rig, this AC box. This sounds so good on vocals if you want to get like a really like shoegazy vibe that's kind of just like so like dirty and gritty, but still like atmospheric if you put like reverb on it. So yeah, I just bounced all this into a big stem, then I just threw it back in here, did barely any processing to it, then I just mastered the beat, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I have an album coming out on May 31 called Gemini. This was the first single off of it, and I have a merch coming out for it. It's gonna be my first ever merch drop. And then I printed CDs for this this album as well. right here. Pretty cool. It comes with a bunch of stuff inside, just like art and like a lyric booklet that won't be up online. So if you buy it, you get something that's a bit exclusive. But yeah, I'm really proud of it and how it came out. And thanks everyone.